Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more than meta. So guys, I want to just share with you an offensive video and basically how I break down different types of defensive coverages that my opponents run against me. This is basically my strategies, and I do have a bunch of different ebooks that I've designed over the last couple of years, and it's all conceptual, beating certain types of coverages, and it's not just packed of money plays, it's packed of how to beat defenses conceptually. So you can go to my Patreon to get access to these playbooks, and I try to re-update them. I'm going to be probably redoing my spread playbook with Madden 25 principles, but pretty much the game has pretty much stayed the same. So I ran into a guy that was running a lot of cover 2 man coverage, and this is what I would refer to as one of the laziest defenses to play, but it is a defense that to play if you really don't have a defensive scheme. It is actually not a bad defense to use, like in the first couple series of a defensive scheme, to be successful, or just at least get a feel for what your opponent is and not give up any kind of big plays. Because the way the defense is set up is that you've got your man assignments guys, and then you have a too high shell that will protect against any kind of deep balls. So I'm going to show you in my spread playbook, the double scheme that I've been running online, how I beat this type of coverage and some minor adjustments that he did and some of the things he was doing to try to bait me into making bad decisions, and how I basically went ahead and broke down his defensive shell. He did blend in a couple different plays, but he played cover 2 man, I would say probably about a good 80%, 85% of the game. He blended in a few different plays. So let's go ahead and jump into this gameplay. Once again, I'm using the alternate spread playbook, the spread playbook, and I'm using the doubles formation as my primary formation, and I have a full mega scheme out of this where I have plays to run, use against cover 2, cover 3, and stuff like that. Typically out of the huddle, I usually use a draw play, just because if I got an opponent that runs a lot of man coverages, basically, or a lot of like zone coverages, I can hit them with the draw. And also why I do the draw play, and this is part of my offensive philosophy that you could see in my ebook. I use these blocking icons to help me read the coverage a lot better. Now, I want you to take a look at these defenders. All of these defenders are inside this these blocking lines, and I've got a too high shell. So what that tells me immediately is that unless this guy is disguising his coverage, he's in a cover 2 man. So I know immediately that he's in cover 2 man, and I'm going to quickly audible into one of my first plays, which is a flanker spot. That beats cover 2 man. So I've got a whip route that's going to get leverage against inside shade. I've got an in route that's going to get leverage against an outside shade. I've got basically this corner route, which is gets leverage against the inside shade, and then I just have a simple spot type concept over here off the right. I know initially I'm going to jump into this play really quick. I'm going to quick snap them, and really where I'm looking is I'm looking for this route right here. This is the box that I'm looking for with this little whip. I want to go and hit that, and you can see immediately as quickly as I get the release with digs, I'm able to go and pick up 15, 16, 17 yards on a quick snap play against a cover 2 man coverage, and because he's not disguising the coverage at all, he's just blending it in. Now he actually jumps into a 3 high shell. So he's got a 3 high shell right here. This is one of the few times he actually gets out of cover 2. So in this type of situation, I can either try to run the ball or that. Let's see what I do with this. I just decided to go with a run play. Now, one of the things I've discovered basically working on my offense is that if you get this defender, this edge defender, and he's not inside the tackle, he's outside of the tackle, if I do some type of an inside run play, usually these guys will be able to come in and fill the gap. So what I do is smash with the hope I'm going to get a double team right here, and one guy will peel off and get to this guy, and this guy will be stuck on limbo, and that's going to give me a running lane right up here. Now, it doesn't always work out, but it does give me a higher percentage to know that I'm probably going to get some pretty good blocking. You can see how this blocking did come up. This guy came up, and I'm able to go ahead and get 3 yards on here on this particular run, a little bit more. In that type of situation, we get a third in inches. I realize I want to go ahead and just no huddle this guy, and I'm just going to do a simple slam play. And then I think what I did is I flipped it just so I've got more blockers. I've got basically 4 blockers to take on, you know, these 3 guys and seal this guy off. So that was the goal right there. One other quick adjustment is you probably want to double team this guy. Just make sure that that double team is on that star defender. But you can see Hayward does break off basically one of the defender because I didn't double team, and as a result, I was lucky to fall forward for a first down. But that's part of the running philosophy. Now he goes back basically to the cover 2 man type coverage. And once again, I'm going to go and jump in a flanker spot. But I want to see if he makes the adjustment now. Okay, so look what happens. This guy slides a little bit off to the left, and this guy slides a little bit off to the left. So basically what he was doing is he was sliding his coverage out with his cover 2, where he was doing outside coverage, or he was leaving an inside coverage. So he was trying to set me up with his coverage assignments. So you can see how this guy is slightly outside right here. So what happens is now this whip route is going to be taken away. This guy should have leverage and carry with it, but because I've got an in route above it, I should be able to hit this over the top. So I think I read that correctly in this particular play. You can see how this guy is still, you know, he's got really good, he's in a good position. I still, you know, Diggs basically beat him, but because I knew that there's a chance that he actually has outside leverage and his defender would actually play it a little bit better, I decided to throw the in route above it. And he didn't have a defender over there. He wasn't playing a safety over that particular position. So that was what my thought process. So a lot of times what guys will do with man coverages, they'll take their defenders and do outside coverage, inside coverage, and stuff like that, and switch things up. So if they sit in cover 2 man, they're essentially trying to bait you into making a bad decision or making a misread. So now he goes back into 3 high shell. Once again, I got a single high safety. You've got this guy off, this guy off. I don't know if he presses in this type of situation, but I think it is basically cover 3. I just decided to go into angle smash, and this is an adjustment that's in my ebook. I like to streak this guy up, and that basically opens up a deep corner route if a defender doesn't float up and take away the deep corner route. But also what I like to do on the back side of that is I want to attack this side of the field, this half of the field, and what I do is I do an arches concept. So basically it's a drag and then a halfback angle behind it. Now this is a concept that is used in the NFL. I remember seeing a breakdown by Kurt Warner talking about how the greatest show on turf, that the 2000 Rams used to use this concept a lot in our passing concepts, and basically you're just it's just a 1-2 read with this type of concept. You're just looking if you get leverage and you get positioning with the tight end, you hit that. If not, if the defender floats down and plays a tight end, you should be able to hit the running back on the backside with it for easy completion. So I'm really looking to the tight end right away, and you can see how this guy kind of floats up. He's playing the corner. He's doing this. So here's my easy read. I'm getting the green with the ball. So if he did a hot blitz, my ball is off already, and you can see right here I pick up 8-9 yards on that completion. It was just a fast, easy progression. He did run into like a cover 2, like invert type coverage. So now he goes back to his bread and butter, which essentially is going to be the cover 2 man. So he's got this pressed up. Now here's a play that is a little bit deeper into my playbook, and basically it's the orbit play action spot. It's a play that is good against man coverages, man press coverages, because you have a play action animation right here. What that does is if you have guys that have run fits, they're going to come down and they have to play the run first, and then they have to get back in position. So my whole goal was to try to get this route right here, because I know what's going to happen is this guy has to kind of bite down, and then he has to trail to his pass responsibility, and that should give Diggs the opportunity to get positioning so I can throw him over the corner. Now on the back side, what I did want adjustment too is I want to go ahead and make sure that this guy drags off to the side, because he should be available if this guy carries over to here. So I have a couple different reads which really stretch the defense very vertically. See how this guy follows? He's following across. So I know this is a man read. It is definitely man coverages, and I basically can go to different directions here. So you can see the play action gets these guys at a position. I've still got the dragger on the back side, but I'm going to go to the corner route. That's going to be where I really want to go, because I want to get the leverage and also get the big play opportunity. So that's how what was the adjustment was doing, because this guy kept running the same defense and he wasn't really disguising his coverage at all. He would jump into a different play, but he would just run this cover 2. So now in the end zone, I don't really expect, most players don't play cover 2 or man coverages down in the end zone because it's easy to beat that type of stuff. I'm expecting this guy's going to make some kind of a change or adjust something. I think what I did is I decided to go into, let's see, their orbit play right here. Now, I don't like this box. He's got basically, 6 guys to 4 of my blockers. But my hope is that one of these guys is his user, and he's going to carry him out of position. So this is why I actually go ahead and run this particular play. I do this, and you can see the guy actually carries over. My hope is that he's doing this, and instead of actually going ahead and chasing this route, he stays in the box, and that means there's more more defenders against blockers, and I just get basically crushed back there. So the way he was running his man coverages, it was just, this wasn't that orbit play. I can't use it down in the end zone. So right here, I go into flanker spot once again. He hasn't shaded his defense, and the whip should be open. So the whip is open. I just threw the ball early. So that's just a bad timing situation. I had to wait just a half a split second more. That would have been a touchdown. So 3rd and goal situation. Now it's time. I got to plug the ball in the end zone. And I jump into a play that I like to use down in the red zone against like coverages and stuff like that, which is the Y trail. Inside whip routes are money against red zone type situations, because the way this play works is that it's really clearing out everything, and it's going to give you basically an area that you can hit against your opponent because it's clearing it out. But take a look at his box. His box, he's got 5 defenders right here with my 5 linemen. And he's got, basically these guys over here. So just the box is really, really light. So I decided just to go ahead and jump into the zone play. And you can see the blocking just destroyed him. There's nothing you can stop about it. So scores tied 7-7. He's still back in this cover 2 man. So once again, I'm going to go and jump into flanker spot. This is my money play against it. He doesn't make any kind of adjustments right here. And I hit the whip. I'm going to go ahead and hit those whips. He actually plays the defensive safety over the top of the two wide receiver side, the left side of the field. So I just kind of noticed that. Now he jumps into a different defense. Now take a look at this. He's got basically this guy shaded to the outside. He's got this guy shaded to the inside, this guy shaded to the outside, and he's got 2 high safeties. So when I see that, I'm seeing cover 2 man or cover 2 zone. So Tampa 2, this is what I'm really seeing, just because of the shading. This guy really hasn't did any kind of like different types of shading and all. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this particular play. This is broken down into my stuff. And it is basically a sail concept. And against cover 2, if it's not a cover 2 match, this should be open in the corner, because this flat should play hard, and this route by Collins is going to go ahead and pull the safety out, and I should be able to hit that. Now I also have a backup route if the guys carry, and it's going to be this running back route underneath with this. And it's a simple concept, and I'm just splitting the field down. I'm actually just looking on this side of the field, and I'm not even looking on this side. It's just not even looking. So there's no reason to look on the right side of the field. So once again, it's a quick snap play. I run the play stock. These guys just carry. They're following up. So I know that this route is going to bend and get underneath it, so that's where I'm going. I'm just going to go check it down to the running back. Once again, quick snap play. Go ahead and snap it, hit it, and I'm able to go ahead and pick up almost 20 yards on that. So, that's and what did he do? He played cover 2 sink. So I read it correctly with the coverage, and one of the reasons I read it correctly is because out of the huddle, I always come out of this halfback draw, and it gives me really easy indicators. This guy was not disguising his coverage. It's like just a bad thing you should do when you're playing online. You need to disguise your coverage. So back at it again, he actually goes ahead and jumps into basically the cover 2 man. One other play that really works good against cover 2 man is basically play action with a crosser. One of the things you have to do, though, is you have to take this guy, you have to clear him out. And he shaded his guys to the outside. I don't know if that was an individual shade, but I decided to go ahead and put an out route right here with the tight end. Is another read with the play action. I'm watching the tight end. Tight end gets bounced. He's playing right here. I'm going to the outside right here, and I just didn't like where his safety was sitting for this route. I'm really looking to this route right here. I'm looking to this route. This is where I want to go with it. But his safety's poaching it, and I'm bracketed on this side. I probably could have thrown that up, but I found that a lot of these guys. Okay, so I did miss that read. So here's my misread. I didn't read it correctly. This was wide open. Because he was playing his safety, and then he came down and actually clipped onto this guy. This guy is actually going ahead, and he leveraged it. So I think what I did is I just threw the ball away. I didn't like how the play looked. I missed the post route or the streak route on the right hand side. I probably could have hit that, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw the ball away and just live another play. You know, I tried a different play in the scheme against his defense, and he basically dialed it up correctly and took me out of what I wanted to do. So right here, once again, I go into this orbit play, or actually no, I go into this play right here, and I've got an outside this other half here. Basically you've got a whip and a dig route. So I've been using that whip and dig route on the left side, but I've got the way I build out the scheme is I've got basically the same concept on the back, on the other side. I'm going to be looking to the whip as 1, but I've got this dig as a number 2, and you can see I've got the leverage position against the defender. As a result, I'm able to go ahead and hit another big completion for another first down with Rell. So right here, once again, this guy did not get out of this defense. He just wanted to play this defense. So I'm just going to go ahead and just keep running the same defense. I decided to go ahead and change things up a little bit. I want to do a little slant route on the back side right here. Just to give myself an area to go with, and actually did an out route with the running back, but you could see he did outside leverage with the defender. I'm able to go and cut at the ball on the inside. So right here, I think, yeah, I'm just carving this guy up right here with this secure play. He actually sits down on the dig route. I've got the slant, and I'm thinking, okay, so he's on that side. I'm going to go over to the right side, but look what happens. This safety comes down and plays this. This is the worst throw of the entire game. I tried to go ahead and complete it into the tight end, and that was double team bracketed. That was a bad decision. That was a situation where I should have got picked off, because he did try to come over with a safety to bait that dig route on the other side and get myself in a bind. So right here I go with basically the out angle route. So I wanted to get a little bit more leverage with the tight end. So I wanted to get myself a first down. A lot of times with this deep comeback routes, I'll just streak this guy up. So I left that, and I've also got this route by the running back. Now I'm really looking to the tight end more than anything else, because he's got the leverage. He's not going to be in the middle of the field, and I'm just going to go ahead and try to hit that deep out right there. But look how the leverage of this defender is right there, and he's squatting over here. So I'm worried that he's actually going to go and play that out. He does click off. This guy's open, but I don't think I read it. I think I missed that particular route. Yeah, I missed it. I had the running back route. That's really good against man coverages. You'll see me come back to the running back route after that. I misread that. So now I'm in a 3rd and 10 situation, and I'm going to go back to the same play against him. I'm going to streak up Rell. So in other words, if he does come down and plays this, I might take a shot up top, and the reason why is that he's playing underneath coverage, and the safety is supposed to protect him over the top. So if he plays this guy, I'll look to taking a shot against this. But really what I'm looking for is just looking for this concept right here, and this is my 1, this is my 2, and basically the streak route is my 3. I'm not looking to this side. This side is no bueno for me. I'm not looking at it at all. So let's just go ahead and jump into this real quick. You can see he's playing to safety, so now he's kind of going over the top. So the alert is dead. This guy's pressing me down. I don't like the release. His defender's got him completely, but look at the running back route. Able to go and catch that in stride, pick up another 20 yards with that particular play. So because this guy kept staying in the same defense, he wouldn't fall back into zone coverages. He was just giving me ability to go ahead and just carve him up with this offensive scheme. So I think what I did right here is I jumped into a slam play, because my goal was really to try to chew this clock down as much as possible, because we're going into the second half and I was getting the ball in the second half. I don't want to give this guy any kind of time whatsoever. So I just hit a little inside run play. His defense is pretty stout. He keeps me to just 1 yard. Basically, I think I no huddled just to try to get this ball. My goal was to get this ball inside 30 seconds or so before I score. So I jump into the angle route right here, and I have the alert. Same setup as before. And right here, that defender actually got inside leverage, and I got lucky right there that safety did not pick it off. So I kind of forced it in there, and I was trying to work the clock too. I was really worried about trying to work this clock down as much as possible. I'm okay settling for 3 points and just working the clock down, but I also want to try to plug the ball into the end zone. So right here, he makes a change. And this is why I have my offense set up a certain way, is that if I do see off coverage in a cover 3, I have a play with a built-in stock out that I'll hit. So you'll see me jump into that. It does, you know, it's not a really great play, but I like having that stock out at that depth, at 10 yards, because it's just an easy way to just steal a first down if I need it. So right here, he gives me a first down opportunity. I go ahead and catch it right down to the goal line. 27 seconds left right here. Not really leaving him any time. He did jump into a cover 3, one of the few times he got out of that man coverages. And I basically was able to expose him for an easy completion. And right here, I think I might have just jumped into an inside zone. He's got a fairly light box. He does pull his own defender in there and actually goes to the outside and be able to go and push the ball into the end zone. So third quarter here, basically an opportunity to go up by 2 scores. He's been struggling against my defense. Jump once back into, I go into the halfback shark wheel. With the anticipation that I've got a mesh concept that should get separation right here. Either one of these guys, this would be my 1, this is my 2. But sometimes this running back route will get open, and this will be like a 3 type progression. So I'm really looking to Diggs more than anything else, just to see if he gets the separation. He does get separation. I just don't like the way the safety, he's playing a safety over the middle of the field. He does give me the post over the middle of the field. But I'm not going to throw that. But look at the positioning right here with the running back. The running back is actually clear. He's down with a safety, so he's not playing over the top. And this he's carrying over the top. So I'm able to go ahead and just lob that ball up with the running back, getting past his defender. I'm able to go ahead and break that down for a big 40-yard gainer. So really a lot of the scheme, I'm really just going ahead and just attacking this guy because he just does not want to get out of the cover 2 man. And there's just something. What's cool about this entire breakdown is all of these passing plays I have in the scheme all have man beaters. So if I run into somebody that plays man coverage, I'm going to toast you. You can't run man coverage against me. You have to blend in your coverages. You're going to have to show me different type of stuff, because if you just run a generic defense, I'm going to go ahead and beat it, 90% of the time. So right here, I could have went either to the whip or the inside dig. Both routes are available. This guy's basically getting taken out in different directions all over the place. Right here, I think I just go back into 45 base, where it's basically, a power play where you have your guard pulling the block, and I just go ahead and just try to cut it up. Once again, I'm just trying to chew up clock against this guy, get the ball into the end zone, and just not really give him any time left over to basically to get himself back into the game. So now I get another power play going off to the opposite side. I cut the ball back in, get past his defender, get a 3rd and 3. I'm just trying to chew the clock down. I want to try to get this clock down to maybe 1 minute into the 3rd quarter before I score, because I just don't want to leave this guy any time. So right here, I go back into the inside whip, watching the whip route. Once again, catch it and go ahead and get the ball into the end zone and complete it. So he ended up rage quitting against me, because I got a stop on defense. And he couldn't stop my defense just because he was just running a very generic defense. He wasn't really making any kind of aggressive adjustments. But people like run cover 2 man primarily because they just want to pick up on people's tendencies, bait people. Maybe they shade the coverages a little bit different. The one thing that he wasn't doing is he wasn't zone dropping his defensive lineman. So that'd probably be something he could do. He could have blended in like cover 1 hole as a blend, and maybe go ahead and blend in some type of other coverages like cover 4 coverage or cover 3 coverage, where it shows basically cover 2 shell. So this guy just didn't really do that, and this is a very lazy defense in the run, but sometimes people are successful with it. So once again, guys, thanks for your support. If you like these breakdowns, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and also comment down below if you want to see more of these offensive breakdowns on my channel too, because I will show this to you. And if you guys want to see all my offensive breakdowns, you can go to my Patreon. So thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.